Yo, you see how they do me? They're trying to hold me back. You see how they do me? This is part two when we barely even started with part one. Let me tweet this out. So if you could re-like this one, my man Wilson's like, what happened? They try to shut me down. I'm telling you. They're trying to hold me up. Yo, thank you for coming back. This is crazy, dog. This is crazy. Hold up. Let me retweet this link out. Trying to hold me back, dog. Why are they trying to do me like this? Forgive them, Father, for they not know what they do. Oh, oh, crazy. What are we doing here? Man, oh man. I'm just trying to preach truth out here. Let me pin this right here. Ugh. So we all back? Trying to shut me down. They're trying to shut me down. But I will not be denied. All right? The revolution will be televised. All right? These corporations won't shut me down. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Got the pop out chat, but I gotta get the old one out. Man, this is crazy. Hold up. We're gonna get this going. We're gonna get this going. All right. I appreciate everyone signing up. Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. Everything's like all shaky, spooky. This mother, unbelievable. All right. Thank you once again. Bad Hombre Reunion K, DJ Almighty. We're all back. Hit the like button. 126 viewers, 130 viewers. Spread it out through all the social media. MM2K, F that. You have a blue Yeti, not green. You're banned. Oh, my man's banning everybody. MM2K is like, if I catch you on social media, I'm banning you. Oh man, Clarissa, what's going on? Everybody, Carlos Fernandez, que lo que? We up in here? My man said, got that super chat and bounce. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm selling fake products up in here. Why is this shit blurry? All right. Hey, Harry Heck, thank you so much for the support. My man out here saying Xbox out of their body salts from P Rock's facts. They tried to attack back on him with a band hammer, but P Rock make his whiteboard to be a BS jammer. Oh, my man's also kicking it with some rhymes too. My man. All right. So, like I was trying to say, let me show you, because everybody's like, yo, they're trying to. My man Sean, he gave a super chat and he says, yo, they're trying to hold you back. So this is what I tried to show you. They're trying to prevent me from showing proof. So let me share my screen. All right, hold up. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me do this, man, because this is ludicrous. This is ludicrous. All right. But please, I'm tweeting it out, retweet, do all that good stuff. Get it out on social media and all that good stuff. All right. But let me do this first before anything else. Man, this is crazy. This is bananas. Man. But anyway, as the title says, Microsoft Fanboys trying to shut me down, right? And this is all in reaction to my last video, right? Do it again. Stream, okay. That's pretty much what's going on here, okay? Now, what's interesting, as you all know, I've been preaching truth and facts for about 2 years now, right? So why now? Why be upset now? I find it weird, right? Give me a few seconds. What I'm doing right now is I'm sharing links to various social media, whatever you want to platforms, all right? Shit that I did the first time before the man tried to shut me down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's all right. It's all right. We back. We all here for the same reasons, to preach some truth. And the truth will set us free. Forgive them, Father, for they not know what they do. They're going to learn today, though. They're going to learn today, right? All right, now that I got this set up, let me do this. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me share my screen so everybody can see. All right, and let me, where's the pop-out chat? Boom, got the pop-out chat. All right, got the pop-out chat. My man Khan is out here. Thank you so much for the super chat. $10 euro. Sony E3 2019 canceled according to Reset Era. Sony first party thread. If true, does that mean PS5 2019 confirmed? That doesn't make sense because they will use E3 as the venue to push the PlayStation 5. They always have. Sony E3 is one of the biggest venues in gaming. What better way to show your PlayStation 5? I mean, look at all the other E3s when consoles were unveiled. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Sure, they like some of those, they had like the PlayStation 4, they had like a little sneak peek, but they didn't actually show the PlayStation 4. And then that E3 or 2013, they unveiled it. So I don't understand the whole Sony E3 canceled, but yet they're launching the console. That doesn't make sense. That would be counterproductive. I think what's going on is XO18 was so bad that dude's just coming up with anything. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, hey, everybody sees the screen, right? Just hit a 1 or say yes, just to make sure. But everybody sees on my Twitter, right? Everybody can see that? I just want to make sure, because sometimes Google Hangouts be acting funky. You know what I'm saying? So we all good? 1? All right, cool. So we all see, okay? So as you can see, Twitter user says gaming forever, whatever. He has all types of Microsoft branding in his name, whatever. But he put, if you see right here, he took a snapshot of one of my tweets where I made a video that says XO18 was absolutely terrible. So why are they being defended? And Xbox fanboys versus Microsoft fanboys. So on his channel, on his Twitter, he puts, oh, so just like Sony E3, pure trash, and that PSX event, shut the fuck up. Time to report his channel. Need him off YouTube. Here's pure scum. All right? As I can see that, right? So time to report. I don't know why he's going to report, to be honest, because what's there to report? You're going to go to YouTube saying, oh, Butter Rock's making fun of Xbox. Like, what are you going to report? Butter Rock didn't like XO18. Bruh, the world don't like XO18. Xbox fanboys didn't like XO18. Only the Microsoft fanboys are damage controlling XO18. They're the only ones. All right. And I think this is why this is happening. So as we scroll up a little bit more, let's see what he says. I still can't believe that gamers listen to that toxic clown. That statement is was said by this guy, Lito Papa. So he said this, right? And Gaming Forever replied, of course they do, bro. His supporters and him are trash, non-gaming scum. I am going to get his channel removed. Sick of him. All right? He's too much. I agree, but it's ridiculous. All right? I'm going to show you more, but I'm going to show you the next phase of my conversation. All right? But anyway, so you see what they're saying about us. All right, hold on. Let me stop sharing my screen so I could go back so you can see me. All right, so I'm back, right? Let me get the chat up. Okay, so we all saw that, right? Apparently, all you guys are scum and they're sick of me. First off, this is funny. Ready? First off, that Gaming Forever and me together, we had each other blocked for over a year. I don't follow his channel, his Twitter shit. He doesn't follow mine. We've been blocked each other maybe almost 2 years. Shout out to Ever Unit. Let me see. Shout out to Ever Unit says PC gamers got more from XO18 than Xbox fans. They saved PC RPG devs in Exile and Obsidian from closing. Past 6 years, they had to e-bake fans on Kickstarter. Good point. Good point. Because those guys are very PC-centric developers. So Microsoft did save PC developers, and those games will be on PC. How funny would it be if one of those guys, one of those devs, made a PC exclusive? Because we already seen Microsoft has a propensity to do that. They're releasing already 3 exclusives on PC: Age of Empires, Gears Tactics, and Minecraft Dungeon. So they already set the precedence that they will release games on PC, exclusively on PC, or at a minimum, first on PC, and then later on Xbox. It's already been established. So everybody saw that, right? Everybody saw what I'm talking about with Gaming Forever, okay? Again, we have each other blocked for at least a year. So he doesn't see my content, I don't see his, right? He probably doesn't watch my YouTube channel, but he's pissed off because he's sick of my content. He's sick of my opinion of how I feel about stuff, you know? And he doesn't like that you guys agree, disagree, or even follow me, whatever. So he's going to report me. I don't know what he's going to report about, because not liking a product or having a displeasure in what a performance company does, those aren't reportable offenses or whatever. But I have a feeling they see making fun of a console no different than, you making fun of a person. You understand? Oh, no, they don't, because it's okay to go after a kid with autism, or it's okay as Xbox fans, or not even Microsoft fanboys, to make fun of the death of Stan Lee simply because Spider-Man's exclusive to PlayStation, and chances are Stan Lee had nothing to do with that. That's okay. That's all right. No one says anything about that. You know what I'm saying? It's all right to go after, YouTubers with autism. It's okay to make fun of Stan Lee's death. That's all right. But go ahead and say XO18's trash. Oh, you crossed the line. It's time to report you. The hell are we doing here? Shout out to Carlos Fernandez. My man said, yo, fam, most gamers are disappointed with the Xbox brand. Ain't no difference. These lanes are clinically deranged in the brain. That is the truth. All right. So anyway, so he tweeted that out. He's going to try to shut down my channel. And you see lots of likes and lots of retweets within the Xbox community. All right. Or I'm going to say the Microsoft fanboy community, not Xbox community. Mostly Microsoft fanboy community. But the question is, why now? Why all of a sudden? Because I've been busting heads for a long time with facts. You all were rocking out with me. Some of you were dead since day one, right? If anything, what's hilarious is we're in November, which is the big, the MPD Super Bowl for trash talking, right? A year ago this month, I destroyed the fanboys. if you all remember, with the whole Xbox going to win November NPD because of the Xbox One X. And I was one of the few people out there be like, that ain't happening. More powerful console at $500 is not what's going to win NPD. It's never going to happen. And for a whole year leading up to that November, I was telling people, hey, the most popular console that has the cheapest price, that's what sells in November. It happened before, it happened again. People were like, no, Porter Rock, new hardware always wins November NPD. Always. So then I showed them proof. November NPD of 2005, the launch of the Xbox 360, lost to the PS2. The following year, Xbox 360 got its killer app in November 2006. Gears of War, the first game, Gears of War, sold 1 million copies that month. Still lost to the PS2. And on top of that, the PS2 beat out the PS3 and the Wii, which were two brand new pieces of hardware. PS2 beat out all brand new pieces of hardware during their launch month, during that generation. I showed them this. Why? Because at the time, despite the fact that PS2 was the most graphically inferior compared to the new generation consoles, it was the most popular console, and they were selling it for like $120. And they were still making games for that platform. Samuel Ashme, $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the support. He says, yo, it's time for the true Xbox fans stand up to these Xbox corporate slave cultists. I would say Microsoft corporate slave cultists. And that's what we're going to talk about this video. You Xbox fans and fanboys, you got wolves. No, they don't got wolves because we the wolf pack. All right. I don't know what the hell you got. You guys got lambs dressed as wolves. You got lambs pretending to be all about Xbox, but they're truly not. And that's why I think they're now trying to shut down my channel, because the secret's out. I uncovered that little plot and they don't like it. You see, the truth is this. You have Microsoft corporate slaves mixed in with Xbox console fanboys and fans. Now listen, Xbox fanboys, I get that. You ride hard for the console, but at least it's for the console. If Microsoft makes a dumb decision that takes away from the console, you guys will call it out because it's all about the console. You are fanboying over this plastic device. I get that. You don't have no interest in how much money the company does unless it involves making the console better. That's why Xbox fans and fanboys are in it, all right? But these Microsoft slaves, these Microsoft fanboys, they're not down with that. They are always going to side with whatever decision Microsoft makes, regardless if it's in the best interest of the Xbox console or not. It's irrelevant. Whatever Microsoft says, they are co-signing it. Khan again with the super chat, €5. Thank you so much. Holy shit, Sony E3 not happening. It's announced. Is it really announced? Let me see. Hold up. That would be huge, because if that's huge, let's see. Let me look for M4G. Is that true? That would be huge. That would be huge if they're not doing that. Let me see now. Is it from Sony? I don't see nothing hitting the waves. Hey, if y'all could post the link in the chat, we'll talk about it. Right now, let me continue on with what's being said. And I doubt that's gonna happen. Like I said, it doesn't mean. You just tweet it to me? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh shit. Is this really true? Oh, that shit would be huge. I gotta see what you call it. I'm gonna wait for the official announcement from PlayStation. Because where did that little thing come out? Yo, that would be huge. Is this really true? Oh shit, fuck the Microsoft fanboys. Who gives a shit? Let me see. So Sony currently riding high on the records. Won't be hosting his annual conference or showing up at all during next 3 year massive E3 Expo. The news was buried inside the entertainment software industry. Oh shit! This is huge. Yo, this would be crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't think it's pointless, but I gotta see. So I'll do a separate video on that motherfucker. If Sony officially announces they're not doing E3, that's huge, and that's gonna be. He says MS can finally win E3. Oh shit! But we're gonna talk about that. That's definitely huge. That would be huge. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait for the official announcement because they're saying the source is something with ESRB rating or the ESRB. I don't know. We're gonna look into that. All right. But that's going to be crazy. All right. Now back to the thing. All right. Back to the topic. All right. So, yeah, my last video was about XO18, right? And we all know how terrible XO18 was. And in that same video, I talked about the difference between Xbox fanboys and Microsoft fanboys, which led to a there's this fanboy group that's within the Xbox fanboy group that are pretending to be about Xbox, but they're really not. They coincide with anything. They co-sign anything Microsoft says. If Microsoft said tomorrow, hey, Xbox console is actually an archaic idea. It's all about PC and cloud streaming. We're not going to release a console. These guys will have no issues with it. In fact, they will find a way to make it seem like that it's a great idea that should have been implemented a long time ago. That's how they are. So my last video talks about that, and now a lot of people have issues. A lot of these supposed Xbox fans have issues. Now they want to shut down my channel. Now, guys who had me blocked and I blocked them for over a year, why are they looking at my shit? Why are they looking at my tweet? Why pay attention to it? Why now? Because I'm shedding a little light for you Xbox fans, the fans of the console, the fans that want the console to dominate, the fans that, even fanboys, that want to talk shit to PlayStation fans because their consoles has the games and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm shedding a light to you guys that you have guys that you play games with, that you follow, that have YouTube channels. I'm telling you, they're not interested in the console at all. It's whatever Microsoft is interested in. That's what they care for, because in reality, what Xbox console fan or fanboy gives two crap or finds XO18 acceptable on any level? It was 2 hours of trash, of useless trash that wasted people's time. What Xbox fan or fanboy will shut down another Xbox or Xbox fan or fanboy who has a critique saying, damn, Microsoft, you couldn't show a teaser trailer to a new big game? Like, you gave us nothing? What Xbox fan will shut that Xbox gamer down? You see what I'm saying? With that, I'm going to show you another piece of evidence. Okay. I'm going to share my screen again, which goes into my next part. Let's go. Man. Uh-oh. Don't do this to me. Windows 10 is acting up. Yo, I don't know what's going on, but Microsoft's trying to shut me down hard. Yo, this is crazy. Google Hangouts not trying to share my screen right now. Yo, this is wild. What's going on here? Yo, everything just like paused. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, everything's frozen now. I'm not even sure if you guys even seen the stream right now. Yo, this is wild. Yo, I'm trying to show you some evidence. I'm telling you, bro. This shit is crazy. So what I want to do, hopefully, when everything starts getting back in sync, is there anything? Everything's not in sync right now. All right. One Twitter, maybe he's a YouTuber. I don't know. But he was part of that little thread about shutting me down. He asked a question: why do people listen to me? And if I could get this shit unfucked, the chat's not even responding. Yo, everything's like mad slow. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if you guys are even listening to me. Let me look at my phone. Yo, this is crazy. Like, I can't even see the chat moving. Yo, this is bugged out. This never happened before. I never seen no shit like this. I've never seen no shit like this. Okay, so we live. So he DDoS your internet. Oh shit. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm using my phone. Okay, so we live. So I'm using my phone to check the chat. All right, so I'm looking at the chat through the phone, and this shit is crazy. All right, so let's see right here. All right, so everybody's here. Everybody sees the stream. Good to go. All right, what I want to do is Carlos Crespin, thank you for the super chat. I see it. He put there needs to be a psychological research on corporate slavery because that shit ain't normal behavior. Actually, brother, I want to write a book on this, to be honest, because this is some crazy shit that I've seen over the last couple of years. You know, I mean, I've seen fanboys, you know, console war and fanboyism for a long time, you know, but I never seen it to the level as I'm seeing it this gen. It's off the hook, right? So what I would like to show you was I sent out a tweet to Lethal Pop, and plus we have each other blocked, so probably other people retweeted to show it to him, right? Because he asked a question, you know, of course, talking shit. Why do people even listen to this guy, right? So I replied to him with screenshots of a conversation he had with another Xbox gamer, right? Who was just telling them that they weren't happy about XO18 and that I expected, you know, new game announcements or at least one new game announcement, you know? And he replied back saying, you expect, pretty much telling them that new game announcements for E3, you expect new game announcements within 7 months of each other in 2 shows, you know? Pretty much telling the gamer as if that's not like a company's not capable of doing that, you know, like a company's not capable of presenting big new game announcements in multiple shows in the same year. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, you know, with those screenshots, that the reason why people listen to me is because I don't give bullshit answers like that. Because if you have gaming knowledge, right, then you would know Sony and Nintendo, they've made big game announcements in the same year as E3, but not on E3. For example, one of the biggest game announcements we have this generation was actually not at E3. It was at PSX 2016. The Last of Us 2. Right? Sucker Punch's new IP wasn't unveiled at E3. It was unveiled at Paris Games Week. You know, Neo, the first unveiling of that was at PSX 2015. You know, So we've had various big game announcements across different venues. In fact, that was the reason why so many PlayStation gamers were so disappointed in PSX 2017, because we didn't get a big game announcement. So there was a standard that was already set. We just didn't get it. You understand? So a person with gaming knowledge, let's say this Lethal Papa dude, right? If he had gaming knowledge, well, here's a question with has. Lethal Papa fits in one of two categories. Don't know, don't care. Those are his categories. One, he doesn't know. So that way, when that question was presented to him, or that explanation or opinion was presented to him, meaning people expected or they would like to see a new big game announcement, he didn't know that other companies like Nintendo. Let me give you a Nintendo example. Super Smash Brothers. That wasn't an E3, if I remember, that wasn't an E3 showing. That was a separate event showing. If y'all remember, they showed the little Splatoon and people thought it was going to be another Splatoon game, but then the screen went dark and then the little girl looked in and then you see in her eyeball the Super Smash Brothers symbol and then everybody went crazy. You probably could look on YouTube, people fainting and shit. That wasn't on E3, right? So it is possible to have big game announcements outside of E3, right? So either he didn't know, so that way he could understand his fellow Xbox gamer, or supposedly fellow. I think he's more of a Microsoft fan, but he can understand, but like, you know what? I get it. Sony's done it, Nintendo's done it. I see why you might think Microsoft will be able to do it, right? So he probably didn't know, or if he did know Sony announced The Last of Us 2 at PSX 2016, if he did know Nintendo announces big games outside of E3, if he did know Ghost of Tsushima was announced at Paris Games Week, if he did know there have been venues where big games were announced outside of E3, then that means it's the other option. Don't care. He don't care to keep it real with Xbox fans that have valid concerns and stuff like that. He just doesn't care. What he cares about is just make sure Microsoft looks good under any possible condition. So he falls under two categories. He don't know or he doesn't care. And with that, that's the reason why people follow me and rock with me. Because I'm going to give it to you straight no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Factual information is factual information. Listen, I get all the console war and the fanboyism. I got it. But I don't understand this whole sympathy for companies. I don't understand why guys feel sorry for companies. I don't understand why people feel some type of way if companies get bashed. It's just a company. I don't understand why people get upset. If somebody says, man, a fucking Big Mac tastes disgusting, are you going to be like, man, fuck you. Fuck you and your mama. You don't like a Big Mac? Fuck you. I'm going to shut your channel down. Does anybody get like that? Anybody? Does anybody get pissed off when people say Pizza Hut and Domino's is not real pizza? It's actually disgusting. Does anybody get agitated when you hear stuff like that? Trips me out. This sympathy and empathy towards a company and a piece of plastic. If people mock a piece of plastic, if people talk shit about a piece of plastic or talk shit about a piece of company, why is anyone feeling sorry for any company? If you don't like what you hear, then don't listen. You know, me on my hand, what I don't like is not whether a company gets bashed or praised, whatever, is just I don't like bullshit information we spread around. Because there's a lot of gamers who wants to go not just play games, but they want to learn about the gaming industry. They like the history. They like the current events of it. They like to talk about it in more ways beyond the games as well. A lot of people are interested in the industries and stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of people who are into the statistical analysis of the industry, you know, the development process of the industry, the sales process and marketing of the industry, because all these little things impact in one way or another the type of games we play and the type of games we get. You understand? You can almost kind of predict where gaming is heading towards based on looking at certain metrics. And that's why a lot of gamers like to talk about this stuff. Okay. What I don't like is when these conversations happen, people insert bullshit into it, which then poisons everybody's mind. And you got stupid information just spreading all across the internet in the gaming world in conversations, people bringing up points that are lies and are not true. And that doesn't do anything for any gamer, because if you got a community that just talks lies and bullshit, then it's not really worth talking. It's not really worth being part of that community, because all you're hearing is just lies. It should be about growth, learning, facts, and knowledge and stuff. Opinions is fine. Opinions, is just that, it's an opinion. But if you're talking about factual information of this, that, and the third, then preach it. Don't insert lies and try to present that as a fact simply because you're trying to make a company look good, to which I don't understand why you're trying to make a company look good. You're not making a company look good. No YouTuber is going to make a company look good or make a company look bad. Only the company themselves can make themselves look good or look bad. They're the only ones that can do that. Their own destiny lies in their own hands on what they do with what they got. If a company looks like trash, it's because the company made this poor decisions, which ultimately made them look like trash. If the company looks great, it's because they made decisions for that reason. It isn't a small YouTuber, the stuff like that. That's all, or biased media. No, the company did the things it needed to do to make themselves look good, while the other company made stupid decisions, lots of mistakes, which ultimately made them look like trash. That's just how it is. That's just the reality. So this empathy towards that, I don't understand. When I said XO18 is trash, because it is. No different than when I said PSX 17 was trash. It is. We don't need events, right? We don't need events. Super chat, the Raven Flow. A big problem with Xbox fanboys is the delusion that the company represents them and their self-interest in the same way a friend would. I agree. I think these Microsoft fanboys think they're friends with Microsoft, and I have to say, Phil Spencer is a genius in that regard. He's a genius. I will give him that, because he made himself very open to them. He goes in their party chats. He answers their questions on Twitter. He does all this stuff to make them feel connected to him. So they feel they're part. They feel they're with Phil Spencer. We're all together in this. When in reality, Phil Spencer is a millionaire whose kids are going to private school, and he's gobbling their $500. And he's going to do what he's want based on the interest of the company. He's doing what Nadia Sadal wants him to do. You see what I'm saying? So he created a great facade of, let me get these guys on a personal level so that way they could feel like they're part of Microsoft. Make them feel like they're with us in the company, I mean, think about it. What other guy, right? What other company or anyone in gaming can sell you a $500 console, right? And then 8 months later tells you you'll get new games next gen when the new console comes out. And everybody's okay with that. Think about that. In November 2017, the Xbox One X launched for $500 and everybody was paying it. Then in June of 2018, he says we bought new studios for projects that are going to come out 4 to 5 years from now. And everybody cheered. No one sat back and thought, then what the fuck did I buy a $500 console for if I'm not going to get anything during this generation, when everything's going to be given in the next generation with another $500 console? No one questioned that. Phil Spencer announced games that are not going on Xbox. In November 2017, the Xbox One X launched for $500. In June 2018, Gears Tactics is exclusive to PC. And they clapped. Who does that? Who does that? How is that possible? That the consumers gave Phil $500, and in return, Phil says, I'm gonna write you an IOU. Oh, and by the way, when I deliver that IOU, you still have to buy a new console to actually get it, because the one you have ain't really gonna be up to snuff. And I don't want to hear the whole PS of Well, the Xbox One X is going to be around for a while because it's a pretty powerful system. When the new Xbox Scarlet comes out, you guys ain't going to be playing on the X because you want the best performance, right? Isn't that the point of the X in the first place? You want the very best versions of multiplats, very best version of games. Well, when Scarlet comes out, that's no longer what the X is. The X wouldn't be that console. So you have to get the Scarlet for the same reason you got the X. The difference is Scarlet will get the new games. X never had it. You see what I'm saying? So Phil found a way to get these guys together. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at the chat, make sure everything else, which is insane. Let me look. Let me make sure. Ever Unit, Sony alienating Japanese market by censoring sexual content anime games in Japan. Games are uncensored on Switch. Why drag Japan's to Switch? I'm not sure about that. I don't know about the censoring. It depends. Remember, I don't know. I don't know what's being censored on that one. Because there is some weird shit out there. I don't know what's being censored. I will say this, though. I mean, I don't know what's being censored, especially if it's on the Switch. If the Switch is doing it and Sony's taking something away, I don't understand why they would do that. It doesn't make sense. So I agree with that. All right, Ravenflow. Thank you for the super chat. Yep, by the time the next Xbox drops, the X is $400. It'll be cheaper. But again, they buy the console now, and Phil comes around and tells them, well, I got you in 3-4 years. So what are they getting now? To be honest, until Red Dead came out, a lot of Xbox gamers didn't really care about, the superior version. It wasn't until Red Dead where there was a significant difference. But here's my thing. What happens after you're done with Red Dead? Remember, this is the fan base that loves the term one and done. I'm just saying. And this screen right here this screen is truly stuck. I'm afraid to do anything crazy because I don't want the stream to crash. So I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm gonna just leave it alone because I don't want to screw up anything and then all of a sudden the stream crashes. You know what I'm saying? So talk on the mic, look on the phone for the chat, and we'll just work on it that way. All right. But anyway, here's my thing. Here's what's funny. There's a lot of bullshit Xbox channels out there that spread lies, information, misinformation, just huge amount of crap. You know what I'm saying? That the channels try to be serious with, Now, of course, you got my boy Next Gen 720. Shout out to Next Gen. We all know my man loves the fuckery. He loves the drama because it provides entertainment, But when it's times for him to tell the truth, he'll tell the truth when it comes time. When it's just a bullshit and fuck around, whatever. But you have channels that try to be serious. And when you sit down and listen to them, they come up with the biggest bullshit in the serious tone and manner that you ever hear, and they're serious about it. And I'd be like, if you're gonna come up with bullshit, at least be like BGST, where it's just like, it's entertainment, like the craziest shit that you ever hear. Do that, make it entertaining, make it fucking exaggerate and make it But don't come up with a serious podcast that you advertise that it's a serious podcast with true opinions. And when we listen to it, it's the biggest bullshit that you ever hear. You know what I'm saying? But despite all that, I don't advocate that those channels get shut down because it is what it is. Someone likes it. Someone finds it entertaining. So let them listen to it. Me, I just don't listen to it. And if I don't like the content, I block it just so that way it doesn't poison my feed. I just, but let them do them and let them entertain the audience that does like to hear bullshit. I mean, it is what it is. I saw a super chat here. Hold on. Okay. We got Carlos Fernandez. So shady, not so bright. Them RDX clowns are frauds. That's one good example there. I think they showed me, somebody sent me a clip of video, so Shady, saying that the only thing PlayStation got are third party adventure games. I mean third person adventure games. They have no variety. He said third person adventure games and a racer, and no variety. What? Until Dawn, MLB The Show. In fact, the only relevant baseball game in gaming right now is MLB The Show, right? Bloodborne, you know what I'm saying? That's out of the box. Gravity Rush, I just finished playing Fist of the North Star. Love that game. Then they have the VR headsets, which is provides a unique experience. You know what I'm saying? And probably the most successful VR head unit out there. I don't know. I mean, there's so much content out there. They write on this PlayStation exclusive template bullshit. When in reality, the most enjoyable games, Xbox gamers or the console, I'm gonna say the most enjoyable, the most consistently quality, the most consistent. Man, I'm having a moment. The game that's been most consistently getting the highest praises for Microsoft is Forza. That game has consistently get the highest praises, and it's a racing game. Everything else has been average, maybe a few good games here and there. I think Cuphead is outstanding. Ori has been getting huge praises. I think Gears is a good game. Halo 5, a lot of people are just not happy about it. And let's be honest, I know people are going to be like saying Sea of Thieves. Listen, just go on Google, type in Xbox Live most played. That's all you got to do. Click on the first link. The link is from Microsoft. It shows you all the games, Xbox gamers, the most played games on Xbox, the top 50. Sea of Thieves is like way on the bottom. Sims 4 is being played more. State of Decay is not even on the list. And that game's on Game Pass. So what are these dudes talking about? Lionel Bogan, my man, he said they clap for Sea of Thieves. Let that sink in. Imagine Sony fans clapping for Knack. And the clapping was orchestrated because they showed the video of the cameraman clapping first to get the crowd to clap. I don't understand what's going on here. I don't understand why there are people hurt over people who have negative opinions about something. That's all it's ever going to be. It's a negative opinion. All right? You don't like it, don't listen to it. It's not going to stop you from buying ultimately what you want. It's not going to stop you from playing what you ultimately want to play. That's just the reality. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's opinion is going to make me stop playing on something I really want to play. Right? I mean, look over the last 2-3 weeks. The biggest rave right now was Red Dead Redemption 2. It was the big game. It's the big killer. I pre-ordered it. I have it on PlayStation 4. But guess what I've been playing until I finally beat it? Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. And I absolutely loved the game. Absolutely loved it. If you ever watched the anime Fist of the North Star and you love that anime, you enjoyed it, I recommend you play Fist of the North Star. It does the game justice. The him superpower and you are already dead. She was dope. It was dope. I love the game and I beat it. I think they might make DLC content. I got to check and I'm buying it, right? Another thing I played before Red Dead and I finished was the DLC to Spider-Man, the heist. Love Spider-Man. And the next DLC is coming out November 20th. Absolutely love it. Ravenflow. Hey, Lionel, Sea of Thieves already sunk in. Yo, you guys are messy. The chat's going wild, bro. Y'all being so disrespectful. Why you guys being so toxic over Sea of Thieves? What did it do to you? You guys are so toxic. You're making fun of Sea of Thieves. It's guys like you that makes gaming terrible. Really? So my chat making fun of Sea of Thieves all of a sudden is going to make people stop playing it? Like, really? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Why is everybody showing this empathy for plastic? But of course, they want to shut my channel down. Listen, if you don't like the content that I'm producing, you don't have to be here. You don't have to listen. Just play whatever you want to play. If you enjoyed XO18 and you don't tell Microsoft that it's trash, you're just going to get more of that type of show. I'm telling you now, I ain't watching XO19. The reason why I saw this one was because I want to stream with Zaire. I was on the stream, and we were supposed to do the after action, the after critique of the show on my channel. I'm like, hell no. It's 1 a.m. here in Germany. I'm not starting a stream right now talking about this trash. I'm done. I'm going to bed. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. What the hell? You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. Let me look at the chat. This thing's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm seeing in a tweet, Sony talk about Sony canceling E3. Is this official? Because I see one magazine or The Verge saying that they canceled it. Has Sony released an official statement though? That's what I'm waiting for. So right now, Variety saying PlayStation skipping E3. So I'm trying to see if Sony says something. Okay, here we go. So Jason Schreier says Sony will skip E3 this year, a massive blow to the trade show, and yet another sign that, as I heard from pretty much every developer I've asked about this, the PS5 is planned for 2020. In my opinion, this move says less about E3's relevance and more about Sony's overall 2019 strategy. Nobody needs another Death Stranding trailer, but if it is the harbinger of E3's doom, that would be a bummer. What the fuck is happening? Let me look at the cockatoo thing. We'll talk about that. What the fuck is going on? Like, here's the thing. Sony skipping next year's E3, ditching its traditional booth and press conference in a move that will have a significant negative impact on the video game industry's annual trade show. The Entertainment Software Association, the lobbyist group that runs E3, confirmed the news today. This is yet another blow to the annual Los Angeles trade show, which have seen multiple publishers drop out over the past few years. Electronic Arts now holds its own event in Hollywood in the days leading up to E3, while last year Microsoft rented out a theater at LA Live, a few minutes away from the convention center where E3 takes place. Nintendo has spent the past 5 years eschewing traditional press conferences in favor of pre-recorded videos, and with Sony gone, one of E3's other marquee press conferences will now also not be present in 2019. Sony also typically occupies a massive chunk of one of the convention center's two main halls, so the company's absence will leave a significant hole for the ESA to fill. The move makes sense for Sony as the company's 2019 presser will presumably revolve around 3 of the 4 games it showcased last year: Death Stranding, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and none of which currently have release dates. All 3 are expected to come out in the later half of 2019 or later. Sony also skipped this year's PlayStation Experience, a conference that it held every December from 2014 to 2017. It also is yet another hint at the timing of Sony's next PlayStation. Based on conversation with developers across the industry, I expect PlayStation 5 to be released in 2020, and the publisher skipping E3 2019 certainly points to that. Oh, wow, son, that's crazy. So, number one, we're not getting a PlayStation. Oh shit! It says XO18 really got some. My man Vertigo is trolling. Yo, I don't get it. Yo, that's weird. I really let me go back. I'm sorry. Let me go back to the chat. Because I had a whatever. Let me go back to the chat. Let me make sure I didn't skip anything. All right. I got Harry Heck. He says no exclusive game at Game Pass. No exclusive game at Game Pass will raise their bar quality because no game that's played more at Game Pass won't generate more revenue for devs because the revenue will be one and done in the forehand. You know, to me, Game Pass is the type of thing that is good for the smaller titles. You know, the problem with gaming is this. Here's my thing with gaming. Here's my thing, and this is also for PS Now. This is my thing with those type of services. Gaming is not like a show or a movie, right? In a movie, you invest hour and a half, 2 hours, right? Gaming, you invest 10 plus hours, 20 plus hours, right? So when you want to play something for 20 plus hours, a lot of gamers don't want to settle for a mediocre game simply because they pay $10 a month for a service. When you have so many compelling games out there that you want to play. And a lot of those compelling games are not on Game Pass, you know. So you're gonna go out and pay your $60 to play these compelling games. Or if they have a sales or whatever, you'll pay your $30, whatever. You understand? That's like me. Just because there's a slew of games I have access to for $10 a month doesn't mean I want to play them when I actually want to play compelling games, right? And then the few compelling games these services do have, the odds are I already played them because these compelling games are actually old games. I already came out 2, 3, 4, 7 years ago. So I already played them. I want to play the new compelling games. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing with Game Pass or whatever. Fistful of North Star has a 72 out of 100 Metacritic. Yep, it does. But notice I ain't saying Fistful of North Star's game of the year like some of y'all dudes be with Sea of Thieves. Lionel Buggin. They complain about Sony Games template, but it's funny how in Red Dead 2 you get stranded on an island and you can feel the Uncharted influence in that chapter, especially in the chaotic events that happen. There's dudes that took picture. Thank you for the super chat, Lionel. There's dudes who took pictures of Red Dead and they'd be like, "Oh man, must be the Sony exclusive template," because you see the third person character and then you see the trees and the canyons and all that stuff. I guess third person and trees equal Sony template. So maybe that's why Red Dead Redemption is so great. They copied the Sony template. Interesting. Let's see what we have here. So let me talk about what I think about this skipping E3. I think that sucks ass. I don't know what they're trying to do. I will say this though. There's guarantees on this. Number one, you're not gonna get any new game announcements this year. You're not gonna get the PlayStation 5 unveiling this year. That's guaranteed. I think this year, Sony is just gonna. This probably tells me Sony is going to just release the remaining games that they have for 2019, which is an incredible lineup. Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone, The Last of Us 2. That's 4 amazing games, right? And no one's going to be able to top that combo, right? If they release all those 4. Okay? Never mind the other games that are supporting, like Judge Eyes from Sega, all the other third-party games that a lot of these companies are making exclusively for PlayStation 4. So there's going to be a lot of content and straight up games to buy, to play, to talk about. We're just not going to have future things to talk about in 2019. So 2019 is not going to be about the future. It's going to be about the present, which kind of sucks because we want stuff to look forward to. But if this is what's going on, prepare for PlayStation 5 in 2020 and prepare for new game announcements for the PlayStation 5 2020, right? We could speculate if these games are playable on PlayStation 4, cross-gen titles. I'll save that for another video, right? But right now, here's the thing, though. How big of an impact will this have on gaming in its biggest gaming trade show? How much weight does this put on Microsoft now? Because technically, the only one left out of the big console manufacturers, first party, whatever, that has an E3 show would be Microsoft. That means the stage is all on them. There's other shows, Ubisoft has a show, right? Square Enix has a show, there's still little side shows. Bethesda has a show, whatever. But the big main events has always been Sony and PlayStation. Nintendo does their own little live stream separate from that, right? How much pressure is put on Microsoft to deliver? Because at that point, if they don't do it, we're not going to get it from anybody else. And what's interesting, according to the article, Sony might not even be there at all. That means we might not even see Sony anything, PlayStation anything in any convention hall of any type. Top dog. They are skipping E3, but they're still going to have something in 2019. So where's the info about they're going to have something in 2019, and what is that something? Are they what is it PSX first half of the year? Is that why Sony canceled PSX 18 because they moved it over to earlier in the year? Are they going to have a dedicated PlayStation event to unveil? I don't know what they're going to do, but E3 is the biggest event, or one of the biggest events, because I think Gamescom is huge, but it's like the Super Bowl, Unless Sony's trying to do something where they don't share the limelight with anybody. I honestly don't know, but I can't remember the last time Sony wasn't on the show ever since they attended it. I think they said 24 years. Yo, that's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? That's crazy. I don't know what they have planned. What they have cooked up. Oh, that's crazy. So definitely we're gonna follow development. We're gonna see what's going on. I'm gonna definitely keep in the news for that. I'm gonna continue night streams, whatever. But this shit is wild. And what's crazy is well, the ESRA is the one that announced it. So it's going to be interesting over the next couple of days. What's going to be the PR spin from Sony? That's going to be interesting. I want to see what they say, what the PR spin is. Now I'm going to tell you, Sony better not come out with some stupid shit. They better not come out with some dumb shit, because the fact is E3 is the Super Bowl of gaming events, right? So if Sony has something planned, they better say it. They better say, hey, we're skipping E3. What we're doing is a full-blown PlayStation type event on this date, and we're going to have huge, incredible news that don't involve buying game developers. They better bring it or something. I don't know, but this shit is crazy. I'll be honest. It's huge stocking. How this is going to impact E3 as well, because that's a huge player in the game. And if the rumor is PlayStation, Sony's ready to launch PlayStation 5 in 2020, how's that going to impact Nintendo and their Switch? Because by that time, Switch is going to be 3 years old. How's that going to impact Microsoft's timetable with their new console and Xbox Scarlet? Are they going to try to release the cloud in 2019 before Sony does their thing? Like, there's so many stuff that's going to shape the industry and shape how things go for next gen. This is really a curveball that no one could have predicted. No one could have predicted this, Looking through the chat, making sure people talking, whatever, Again, hey, while everybody's out there, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just hit the like button, appreciate it. But this is crazy. I'm gonna have to. I need time to digest this, because there's so many things that just going through my head right now on just how does this formulate? Because this, like I said, this decision is either a reaction or it's going to be a cause of other things. Like, does this mean we're gonna, like I said, are we gonna see all these top games in 2019? And Sony's like, you know what? we don't have no new game announcements because if we do announce new games, right, it's for the PlayStation 5. But obviously, Nintendo. Obviously, Sony's not going to announce new games for the PlayStation 5 without actually unveiling the PlayStation 5. So if the only thing new Sony has right now are PlayStation 5 games, then they really have nothing to talk about for E3 2019 because they're not ready to unveil the PlayStation 5. Is that the reason? You understand what I'm saying? And if PlayStation 5 launches in 2020, what is the timetable to release the PlayStation 4 games? Again, Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone, The Last of Us 2, Death Stranding. That's 4 big titles. You know, that's crazy. So as we see more news announcements and stuff like that, I'm definitely going to put out my opinions and stuff like that. Wow. This is wow. This is huge. This is wow. And there's going to be so much speculation. Now, of course, the biggest speculation or the biggest prepare yourselves because the Green Lantern Corps, the Green Lantern Corps is going to go out there and do their nonprofit work and talk about the end of PlayStation's at hand. Sony's quitting gaming. Prepare for that. I'm letting you know the Green Lantern Corps is about to go out there. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna do their nonprofit work. I'm letting you know that now. All right. I'm telling you what they're gonna do before they even know they're gonna do it. That's exactly what they're gonna do. So stand by in about an hour or two. Pay attention to Twitter and stuff like that. The Green Lantern Corps, you're gonna start seeing tweets saying Sony dropped out of gaming, yada yada yada. I'm telling you, yo, it's gonna happen. And notice, I'm telling you this before they even realize it, because they're kind of slow. But it's gonna click. That little lever is gonna click, and once that lever clicks, it's gonna be like a green wave of booger. You're gonna have the green wave. It's just gonna be mucus, just all over social media. You know what I'm saying? J Hart Rick $2. He says huge power move if MS can announce a console at E3. It depends. When does a console unveil? You understand what I'm saying? Because Microsoft just released the X. Remember, the PlayStation 4 Pro came out in 2016. That's 2 years ago. Clearly, Sony's not going to announce a new console in 2019. They're not even going to be at E3. So 2020 is when the new announcement is going to come. That's 4 years later. A new console announcement when people are just buying the One X might not bode well. It's too quick. I mean, the X just turned 1 year old a couple of days ago, right? Because it launched the 7th. So it turned 1 year old a couple of days ago, right? But I'm going to let you know, the Green Lantern Corps, they're already charging up their rings. You know what I'm saying? They're already charging their rings. So prepare for that damage control. But wow, that's crazy. But hey, as news develops, I'll come out with videos, do live streams, and we'll talk about this. And then based on the information, hopefully we'll get something from Sony. I want to put together my wife putting on her green panties tonight. This shit is, you guys are wild. Some of the funny shit. Sony killed E3. Some of the funny shit, There's some crazy stuff out here. All right. Yo, talk about turning events. Your gaming's crazy, bro. Wow. We're gonna be paying attention and stuff like that. And we'll see how gaming goes. Anyway, so to recap, everything's good, everything's copacetic. I'm gonna get back to gaming. All right. And with that, Microsoft fanboys, you are not shutting me down. All right. You ain't shutting me down. I preach truth, I preach facts, and I have fun, make fun of council and stuff like that. I don't attack kids with autisms. That's you guys. I don't make fun of people's death. That's you guys. I don't harass people for 2 years simply because you didn't like a review of Forza or racing game review. That's you guys. I don't make fun of fathers mourning over their kids who died of cancer. That's you guys. I don't make fun of the Japanese culture. That's you guys. I don't do that stuff. You guys do that stuff. You Microsoft Sony do that stuff. I don't do that stuff. I make fun of plastic. I make fun of corporations. And if that hurts your feelings, if that somehow in any level got you feeling some type of way, I want you to do is sit in a chair, right? Right? I want you to sit in a chair, right? Or no, first grab a chair. I want you to grab a chair, whatever chair, a bench, a stool, but something where you can sit on, right? A box. Hell, sit on your Xbox because they ain't doing shit else, so use it as a stool. Put it in front of a mirror, okay? So you're gonna put that, you're gonna sit on it, you're gonna be staring at a mirror, and you're gonna stare yourself eye to eye. And that reflection, you're gonna look at it, and you're gonna ask why somebody making fun of a plastic box or a corporation or have a negative opinion of a corporation or plastic box upsets you. Why does it upset you? Ask that question. Go in front of the mirror and do that. Try to find that answer. And hopefully you realize it shouldn't upset you because it doesn't mean anything at all. It's just an opinion or words for somebody that you don't have to listen to. But if for some reason you continue to listen to that person and you don't like what they're saying, sit on some type of box, chair, your Xbox One, sit on that thing, look in the mirror, and you need to ask that question, right? Like, for example, I don't like the things Crap Gamer says. I don't watch his channel, but I don't go around saying I'm going to shut down his channel. Motherfucker needs to stop talking, get rid of him. You know, people like watching his stuff. People like listening to his lies. So go listen to it. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? That's what's weird. My man, King Matic Beats. Sony stopped E3 after watching XO. No competition. Sony stopped E3 after watching XO? Oh, shit. I don't know, man. Sony probably be like, you know what? XO is such dog shit. We're done. Lionel Wilkin, how is the best racing game ever made not in the Game of the Year nominee? Oh, Lionel, man. Yo, I'm telling you, Yoshida came out there flipping. Yo, fucking Lionel. Let me tell you, let me answer that question. So I seen that from the Xbox community. Oh, you know, Forza got snubbed for Game of the Year nod. Listen, Forza is in the same category as MLB The Show, Madden, NBA 2K, even now Call of Duty. They will not get Game of the Year nominations no more because they come out pretty much every year or every other year. They're just biannual rehashes that just get small updates and get released over and over and over and over. That's it. MLB The Show, no matter how great it gets, it could be the best baseball game. They could release the next MLB The Show could be the best baseball ever created. Could average a 98 on Metacritic. It will not get a nomination for Game of the Year. It's just those games that just release the same thing over and over and over. They're not going to get those noms. That's just the reality. Guys play Forza every damn year. Gamer M, $2 euro. Keep growing, P. They can't handle the truth. That's what I try to do, brother. I preach facts, preach truth, and we just rock out and talk shit. You know, I go on my little wild tirades. You know, I haven't done a rant video in a while because there's not much ranting. Depending on the information Sony pushes out with this cancellation of E3, you might get a good-ass rant video from me. You know what I'm saying? I'll get my liquor on. I'll get my drink on. And you're going to see me in my bag. Right? You're going to see me in my bag about this one. So as news comes out, if they come out with some bullshit PR stunts, you're going to see me in my bag. You're going to see me in my finest moments. You don't believe me? Check out one of my Portals Point with Hellblade selling 250K. I was shining that day. Oh my God, I was livid when I found out that game only sold 250K. I was in my bag that day. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is. But we'll find out what Sony says. Because we crazy. My man said P-Rock and Z drinking in a pocket. That shit pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man says everything good in moderation. Fuck that. You're going to see me taking mad shots. You're going to see me taking mad shots. I'm going to be crunk if it's some crazy. We just got to wait to see the PR spin move. Because I have a feeling there's going to be another Hellblade 250K moment up in this channel. But anyway, I'm going to leave it with that. Thank you all for rocking out with me. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're going to tell these Microsoft fanboys they ain't shutting nobody down. Coquito, Puerto Rock is coming back. You know what I'm saying? Coquito Rock. You know what I'm saying? But thank you so much for rocking out with me. This is your boy Puerto Rock 77. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Hit the like button. And I'm going to see what's going on with this fuck shit, dog shit ass Windows 10 platform. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know why this is happening. But if everything just so happens to stop, well, you know, the stream's ending. But stick around if you want a good laugh, because holy shit, even the task manager is fucking slow. I can't even